He was just a 19-year-old gamer named Ronan Vale, known for his almost mythical game sense. One night, he logged into Realm Shatter online for a casual grind, not expecting much. He decided to check out a rumor an abandoned crystalline cavern said to hold a long-lost artifact. The developers themselves joked about it, calling it too powerful for player hands. It was a myth, a meme, a legend no one had ever found. But Ronan wasn't just anyone. After defeating the final Crystal Guardian with a flawless dodge parry combo, the cavern started to shake. The screen trembled violently as a golden whirlpool of symbols spiraled into existence, coalescing into a floating relic, the crown of Equinox. It glowed with the light of both sun and moon, ancient runes rotating around it like it had its own heartbeat. When Ronan clicked inspect, the tooltip glitched across his screen, every rune forming a single, chilling line. Chosen wielder, Ronan Vale. Authority granted. Then the impossible happened. The relic materialized in his actual room, hovering right above his keyboard. It radiated warmth and a soft chime, like a heartbeat made of light. Before Ronan could even gasp, the crown drifted down and clasped itself onto his head. A wave of energy rushed through him, so intense it knocked him backward. The world warped around him. His walls stretched into marble pillars, his ceiling morphed into a royal dome, a skybox straight out of the game. Suddenly, Ronan wasn't in his bedroom anymore. He was standing at the center of the Astral Citadel, a legendary realm between realms, a place no player had ever reached. Thousands of spectral banners surrounded him, projecting illusions of mountain kingdoms, desert empires, and magic-forged nations. A deep, resonant voice echoed through the chamber, wielder of Equinox. You have entered the realm of sovereigns. The kingdoms will discover you. Prepare for war. Shaking, Ronan grabbed for the crown, but it wouldn't budge. It had fused to him, every nerve in his body now pulsing with a golden-silver energy. Just as quickly, he was back in reality, collapsing onto his bedroom floor. The crown flickered above his head like a hologram only he could see and touch. Then, shimmering new windows appeared in midair. Kingdom alerts activated. Wielder detected. Power vacuum unstable. Panic set in, but Ronan soon realized the crown wasn't hostile. It was bonded to him like an ancient, intelligent companion, whispering information directly into his mind. 5 kingdoms in the game had been waiting for centuries for the crown's return. Whoever wielded it can alter national laws, empower armies, break curses, or dethrone tyrants with a single command. The problem was, it was never meant for a player. No mortal mind was supposed to be compatible. Yet, Ronan was chosen. Within minutes, the game world reacted. Guilds sent out global messages, NPC kings issued emergency decrees, and players scrambled to claim territory near the Citadel, because lore said the crown's first command would reshape the borders of the world. But something far more terrifying began to happen. The artifact started merging the game with Ronan's reality. It wasn't destructive, but it was unsettling. He'd see overlapping visions, runic pulses in the air, and then kingdom envoys appeared as shimmering phantoms in his room, begging for alliances. First to arrive was Queen Seraphini of Solaris, magnificent in gold flame armor. Stepping through a portal of burning dawn, she bowed just enough to show respect, but not submission. Crown bearer, she declared, the Sun Kingdom pledges loyalty. With your blessing, peace will flourish. But before Ronan could answer, the shadows in his room twisted. And Lord Kale of the Umbra Dominion emerged, cloaked in night embers, his eyes like starless voids. Solaris seeks dominance, he proclaimed. Choose Umbra, and balance will be restored. We protect the crown's neutrality. Ronan backed against the wall as the two rulers confronted each other in a silent political battle, fought with posture and aura. Then more arrived. The armored warlord of the Titanforged Highlands slammed his hammer into the floor, demanding Ronan crown him supreme marshal. The princess of the Draconic dynasty bowed deeply, promising her people's protection in exchange for a decree that would grant them flight. And finally, the diplomatic mages of the Sapphire Accord appeared, warning that whichever kingdom Ronan favored would reshape the world permanently. Through the chaos, the crown whispered, "Wielder, this is only the beginning." Ronan realized each kingdom represented a massive, competing ideology: light and order, shadow and balance, brute dominance, magical equilibrium, and draconic evolution. Whichever he chose would have irreversible consequences, not just in the game, but in his own world. The crown's energy was already starting to influence Earth, subtly bending physics. The air would shimmer when emotions ran high. Sunlight would flash silver for a few seconds. He tried to hide the crown under a hoodie, but people would catch glimpses of shimmering runes or holographic banners flickering around him. News channels started reporting on mysterious light anomalies, while scientists detected strange gravitational pulses. And across the world, players received a new quest: find the wielder. But Ronan wasn't ready. He just wanted to play games, not rule kingdoms. One night, as reality and the game blurred further, he was transported to the council arena, a massive floating coliseum. Thousands of NPC spectators filled the stands, all chanting his name like he was some reluctant messiah. The crown pulsed, projecting glowing sigils before him that only he could read. They were commands: realign kingdom power, delegate sovereign authority, unite all factions, dissolve a kingdom permanently. The kingdom leaders waited, tense and expectant. Ronan whispered, "I'm not choosing anything yet." The entire arena gasped, as if the world itself had paused. But then the crown sparked violently, flooding his mind with visions of possible futures. Solaris armies marching under burning skies, Umbra dominion shrouding continents in twilight, Titanforge armies creating continent-breaking siege engines. He saw the Sapphire Accord erecting magical citadels that imprisoned entire biomes, and the Draconic dynasty awakening ancient dragons sleeping beneath the continents. These weren't threats, they were the futures that awaited his decision. The kingdoms continued to pressure him back in the real world, appearing as projections, making their cases. But Ronan tried to explain he was just a guy from Earth, not their destined king. They insisted he was the rightful wielder, chosen to end their ancient war. The crown itself confirmed it, sending him a direct message: the kingdoms cannot destroy each other without destroying reality. Only the wielder may resolve the paradox. As days passed, Earth experienced more distortions. Phantom banners would appear behind people making decisions. Gusts of magical wind would blow when people argued. The crown was synchronizing the two realities. Sensing this instability, the kingdoms demanded an immediate decision. Tensions finally boiled over when the Titanforge Highlands launched a premature attack. An entire battalion of spectral warriors materialized near Ronan's college campus, demanding he crown their warlord. Using the crown's power, Ronan created a radiant shield of gold-silver light, protecting the civilians without harming the warriors. After the battle, he called an emergency meeting in the Astral Citadel. He declared that the kingdoms had crossed the line. And then, Ronan issued his first decree: no kingdom shall make a move until I decide equilibrium. Shockwaves rippled across both realms. Solaris bowed in obedience. The Accord nodded respectfully. Umbra grudgingly agreed. The Draconic dynasty folded their wings in patience, and even the Titanforge snarled, but retreated. For the first time, Ronan felt a sense of control, not of power, but of leadership. The crown, recognizing his resolve, finally revealed the truth. It wasn't meant to choose a king. It was meant to choose balance. By selecting someone who could empathize with every faction without falling for any single ideology, Ronan realized he had a rare trait. He saw the strengths in every kingdom, understood their flaws, and refused to let any one of them dominate. With this newfound clarity, he made his final decision. He stepped into the floating arena, lifted the crown high, and spoke the command that shocked every living being in both realities: I choose all kingdoms. The arena erupted in disbelief as the crown unleashed a blinding wave of equilibrium energy. It divided itself into 5 radiant shards, one for each kingdom. While Ronan retained the central core, the shards flew to their respective rulers, empowering them equally. But the core in Ronan's control ensured no single kingdom could ever overtake another, creating a permanent political balance enforced by the crown's cosmic laws. The world stabilized instantly. The sky returned to normal, the anomalies fading into beautiful, harmless remnants like floating sigils and magical fauna. Players found the game updated with a new system, the Wielder's Accord, a treaty unifying all factions under one balanced rule. Earth retained small, beautiful traces of magic, glimmers of light, whispers on the wind, moments of inspiration, but no more danger. Ronan, now known as the Warden of Equinox, became the mediator, not the ruler. The kingdoms visited him diplomatically, not desperately. And for the first time, both realities found harmony. The crown whispered one last message: balance achieved, wielder approved, and Ronan smiled, finally free, not from responsibility, but from conflict, knowing he had done the impossible. Instead of choosing power, he had chosen peace, shaping the worlds not as a conqueror, but as a gamer who refused to let anyone lose. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content like this. See you next time.